Assalamualaikum students, how are you all? I hope that you all are doing great. Welcome to your channel Math Diva to Scientific Academy. Today our lecture is related to chapter 5, which is quadratic equations, and I'm going to explain you exercise 5a, and your book is New Syllabus Mathematics 1 D1 Math. Students, if you want to get more help regarding your subject, then you can subscribe my channel. Alright, so students, question number 9, I have uploaded A and B parts. Now today I'm going to explain you part C. Okay, so part C is n minus 2 and plus 4 is equal to 27. So let's start part C of question number 9. Alright, so part C is n minus 2 and plus 4 is equal to 27. Okay, so here you can see that these two, okay, see what can you do to simplify this equation. So here you can see that these two brackets are multiplying with each other. So I'm going to multiply them, I'm going to expand them. So first I will multiply this and with these both numbers of this bracket, the second bracket. So n's are n square. You know that whenever you multiply the same variables, their powers will add. So the here power is 1 and here power is 1. So when you will multiply n with n, you will get n square. Alright, when you will multiply n with 4, you will get 4n. And the same way, when you will multiply, now you will multiply 2 with these both numbers. So first we will multiply the signs. Minus, and here with this n is plus. So minus plus is minus. And when you will multiply 2 with n, you will get 2n. And now minus plus is minus. Just remember that whenever you do the multiplications, first you have to multiply the signs, then you have to multiply the numbers, and then you have to multiply the variables. Here just two numbers are given, so 2 4s are 8. Alright students, so now what can you do? These two are the like terms, so you can solve them together. This n square and these 8 are the different terms. These are not like terms. So I'll write down n square and 8 as it is, and I will solve 4 and 2, and these are two are the like terms. It means that they are having the same variable, so that's why these are the like terms, same terms. So n square plus and minus. Plus minus is minus, so it means that you will do the operation of subtraction. You will subtract 2 from 4. Then you will get 2, and you have to write down the sign of the bigger number, which is plus. Now write down minus 8 as it is equal to 27. So here you can see that here I am having the variable with power 2, and here I am having the variable with power 1, and here I am having constant. So I just need 0 on this side so that I can make it a quadratic equation. And you know that we can solve the quadratic equations with the help of factorization. So I'm going to make it a quadratic equation. This 27, I will move to the left hand side. So adding over here, when it will come to this side, it will be subtracted. So it will be like n square plus 2n minus 8, and this 27, when it will come to this side, will be subtracted. And here just 0 is left. Actually students, here you can see that minus is plus. So 8 and 27 are adding here. Here you can see that. Write down n square and 2n as it is. Now these two are the constant. These are the like terms. So solve them. Minus is plus. You have to write down the sign of the bigger number. So here this is minus sign. You write down minus sign over here. Minus is plus. So you will add 8 in 27. So what you will get? 8 plus 27 will be equal to 35. So write down 35 over here. Is equal to 0. Actually, now here you can see that this is quadratic equation. So what you need to do is to solve the quadratic equation with the help of factorization. First multiply first and the last number together. So when you will multiply this one and with this 35, you will get 35. And what is the midterm? Midterm is 2. Okay, now you have to choose two factors that when you will multiply them, you will get 35, and when you will add or subtract, you will get 2. So here you can see that you can use 7 and 5. When you multiply 7 with 5, you will get 35. And when you will subtract 5 from 7, you will get 2. So it means that those two factors are 7 and 5. Now what you need to do is, you have to write down these two factors in place of the midterm, and you write down the first and the last term as they are. Remember the rule to write down the factors. First you have to write down this sign, which is plus, and the other rule is first you have to write down the bigger factor. So bigger factor is 7. You have to use this variable with these both factors. Okay, what should be the other sign? As you can see that you need 2. Here you can see that you need 2. So what should be the other sign? Because when you will, okay, so the other sign should be minus, because when you will subtract 5 from 7, then you will get 2. So you write down minus 5. Now write down the last term as it is. Now what I did is, in place of the midterm, I have written these two factors. Now what's common in these two terms? As you can see that n is common, so we will take n common. This is n square, so 1 n is left over here. You have taken n common, so 7 is left. Also here you can see that from the last two terms you can take 5 common, because you can see that 5 and 35 both numbers are divisible by 5. So I'm going to take minus 5 common. So inside n is left. As we have taken minus sign common, so the sign inside the bracket will be changed. So this minus sign will become 5 plus, and 5 sevens are 35. So just remember that whenever you do the sums related to factorization, so these two brackets must be same. Okay, now here you can see that n plus 7 is present this whole term, and plus 7 is also present this whole term. So you can take n plus 7 common. Now what's left here? N is left, and what's left here? 5 is left. So you write down n minus 5. N is equal to 0. Now these both terms are equal to 0, so I'll make them equal to 0. N plus 7 is equal to 0, and n minus 5 is equal to 0. 7 is adding over here, it will go to this side, it will be subtracted. 5 is subtracting over here, it will go to this side, it will be added. So your answers are minus 7 and 5. Okay, so I hope that part C is clear to you. Now let's move forward to part D. Okay, so now part D is P minus 1, P minus 6 is equal to 126. So here again the same question as we have done in part C, that the two brackets are multiplying, so we are going to multiply them. First we have to multiply this P with these both terms of the second bracket, and then we will multiply 1 with these both terms of this bracket. So P's are P square. Same whenever you multiply the same variables, their powers will add. Alright, so first multiply the sign with this P is plus, and with this 6 is minus. So plus minus is minus, and P6 are 6P. Now multiply, okay, we have multiplied P with these both terms, and we will multiply 1 with these both terms, okay. So 1 P is a P minus P. There is no need to write down 1 as a coefficient with a variable. And minus minus is plus, 6 ones are 6. Actually students, now here you will solve like terms together. As you can see that this is P and this is also P. Okay, I'm going to solve it together. Minus minus is plus, so it means that you will add 6 and 1. So 6 plus 1 is 7P. And you have to write down the sign of the bigger number, which is minus. So you write down minus 7P plus 6 is equal to 126. So now we can make it a quadratic equation, because this is the variable with scale power, the variable with 1 power, and then constant. We can move this 126 to this side, so that we can have 0 on this side, okay, as it is in the quadratic equation. You know that what is quadratic equation? Ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So inside here we need 0. So I'm going to move this 126 to the left hand side. It's adding over here, it will come to this side, it will be subtracted, is equal to 0. Okay, P square minus 7P. Now plus minus is minus. When you will subtract 6 from 126, you will get 120. Minus 120 is equal to 0. Actually, so now you can see that this is quadratic equation. So multiply first and the last term together. Here's the coefficient is 1. So 120s are 120. And the midterm is 7. Now you have to choose two factors that when you will multiply them, you will get 120. And when you will add or subtract, you will get 7. So what are those two factors? I just wonder if it's difficult for you to decide the factors, and if there are the bigger factors are involved, a bigger number is involved, so you can take the LCM to decide the factors. Here this is 120. So start with 2. 2 6 are 12 and 0. And 2 3s are 6 and 0. And 2 1s are 2 and 2 5s are 10. and 3 5s are 15 and 5 1s are 5. Now you have to choose these from these factors, that what should be those two factors. Okay, so 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, and here this is 8, and 5 3s are 15. So okay, here you can see that 15 and 8, when you will multiply 15 with 8, you will get 120, and when you will subtract 8 from 15, you will get 7. So it means that those two factors are 15 and 8. So 15 8s are 120, and when you will subtract 8 from 15, you will get 7. Okay, so okay, let's start it. Write down this p square as it is. Now you have to follow the rules. First you will write down this sign over here, and then you will write down the bigger factor first. It's 15, so you write down 15p. Now what should be the other sign, because we need 7. So it means that when you will subtract 8 from 15, that you will get 7. If this is minus sign, so it means that the sign should be plus, because plus minus is minus, no? So it means that the sign should be plus, so that you can subtract 7 from 15, so that you can subtract 8 from 50 to get 7. Okay, now write down the last term as it is. Now what's common from these two terms? As you can see that it's p common, so you can take p common. This is p square, so 1p is left over here. You have taken p common, so 15 is left over here. Now you can take you can take 8 common from here. Okay, you have taken 8 common because 8 and 120 both numbers are divisible by 8, so you can take 8 common. So p is left over here. You have taken 8 common, and 8 1s are 8, 8 5s are 40. Now you can take p minus 15 common. From this term p is left, and from this term 8 is left. Okay, now these both terms are equal to 0, so I can make them equal to 0. Find out the value of p. P minus 15 is equal to 0. In the same way, p plus 8 is equal to 0. Now 15 is subtracting over here, it will go to that side, it will be added in 0, and you will get 15. And 8 is adding over here, it will go to that side, it will be subtracted. So students, your answers are minus 8 and 15. Okay, minus 8 and 15. These are your answers of p. These are the values of p, and this is your answer. Okay, so I hope that today's concept is clear to you. Do the practice of these sums, because when you do the practice, this concept will be more clear to you. Take very good care of yourself. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.